Welcome to Vault Empowers Talks. Vault Empowers Talks is a new series devoted to inspiring and motivating and educating leaders in their journey towards success. Through this series, you get access to the most accomplished experts that are here to share their knowledge in business development, career advancement, financial management, personal growth, and health and wellness. Today, we get to have a one-on-one conversation with one of the most dynamic voices in the health and fitness space, Miss Massey Arias.
The reason why I started working out was because I was a very depressed person. I've dealt with depression all of my life.
Born in the Dominican Republic, moving to the United States at only 13 years old, Massey was confronted with massive change that would keep most people down. Speaking no English, Massey struggled to acclimate to life in the States, and after she overcame the language barrier, other obstacles confronted her. She was involved in an abusive relationship, and her brother was diagnosed with cancer. Soon, depression took over, and Massey found herself in a dark spiral of debilitating thoughts and a lack of motivation to even live.
I've known what it is not to be happy. I know what it is to be
After telling her parents about her condition, Massey got up and decided she wanted to exercise. As she became more consistent in moving her body, she realized it was a gateway to moving out from under her cloud of depression. Since then, she has used her story and devotion to a physically fit life to inspire millions of followers into pursuing a healthy and more balanced lifestyle. So Massey, I'm just going to start right here. I've often talked about the gift and how important it is. So for you, just knowing where you come from, how important is people's ability to find their gift and their purpose in life? How important is that for you?
I think it's very important. I came here when I was 13. My father was in the country, not knowing the language. I spent the first 2 years of high school in English in a program, ESL, English as a Second Language. I had to adapt to the culture. I had to learn the language. Then transitioning from high school to college, my blood brother, gets diagnosed with stage 4 Burkitt's lymphoma. And for me, I ended up going to school my first year, a freshman, having to take care of my family, living in the hospital for a whole year because they did not know the language, having to work part-time. So nothing has ever come easy for me. When you know that you can be better, you just continue pushing. I believe in myself in so much that I really, really want to see others believing in themselves the same way that I did. My forte is extracting the best out of people. And when it comes to health and wellness, what I'm trying to do is disrupt the entire industry. It's why I am here today.
If you are on your forearms, right, what I would like you to do is to always form a straight line from shoulder to elbow and elbow to wrist, and to push away from the floor with your forearms, right?
You've taken your gift and what you're passionate about, and you've married the two things. There's a saying that people go, if you want something bad enough, it'll happen. No, it's not true. If you take what you're passionate about and you marry it to your gift, if you take what you're gifted at and you become passionate about it, there lies your greatest chance for success. So you got into health and fitness. How did you continue to push yourself? How did you continue to motivate yourself when you were in your lowest moments? What were some of the things that happened that you think would have stopped the average person that you managed to push through?
In the beginning of my journey, it was so difficult, and I'm being raw with you, because I'm a woman. And not only am I a woman, but I am a Black woman. Not only am I a Black woman, but I come from the Caribbean, and I have all these tattoos. So there was a lot of stigmas that I had to, or a lot of glass ceilings that I had to break in order to get to this point. But I'm not scared of failure. All I've known has been hard work. From the moment I came into this country to helping my family out, to continuing to make a living for myself, and you just push through. It's either you rise above or you just stay where you are. And I've never felt like I've wanted to stay underground. Life moves, you'll learn how to move with it. I just follow through. I'm consistent because I have big dreams and I see the big picture. So it doesn't matter how small the steps that I take to move forward. I know and I see progress in every single step of the way. It's been a really hard process, but everything has paid off.
So what I'm hearing is your dream is so big that no matter what the problem that confronts you, you have no problems that's bigger than your dreams, is what I'm hearing you say.
Absolutely. You're always going to encounter problems in your journey. But if you have a big picture, you know that there's constant work to be done in order to get to that goal. So it's not that I don't encounter problems or that life doesn't throw things at me that I'm going to find problematic. I know that I am driven by progress. So I know even if I fail or even if I encounter any problem, I am going to learn and find a solution so this problem doesn't haunt me again. So it's a constant evolution of progress and work that you have to do on a regular basis. And if you're so close-minded, or if you were not taught that failure is a good thing, then it's going to be really, really hard for you to just continue to be consistent and make progress.
For the person that's grappling with the idea of being relentless, with wrestling with how to be consistent, what do you say to the person that might help them hang on to the fact that they have to be consistent? What's the thing that you try to do to help you stay consistent?
Well, I think you really have to analyze who you are when you are at your lowest. And when you've experienced being at your lowest, you don't want to be back in that position. So I push myself constantly because I don't want to be the person that I was a year ago, 2 years ago, or in this instance, who I was. I was very unhealthy. I did not value myself as a woman, how I looked, how I felt. And when you know that you can be better, you just continue pushing. So when any of my clients or anyone who I get to interact and have these important talks, I ask them, you need to start, very cliche, you need to start thinking, anytime that you want to give up, think of where you started. Think of how you were prior to anything happening. It's either you're going to do it or you don't. If you have a goal, you want to have passion for that goal. If not, it's going to be easy to quit and not be consistent. You're only going to reap the benefits of the work you put in.
I think a lot of people get stuck with consistency because they're looking for perfection. There's no such thing as perfection,
Exactly.
But you can be consistent. See, consistency allows for imperfections. I mean, even spiritually, there's none perfect, no, not one. I don't care who you are. That nobody does anything perfectly. Michael Phelps didn't swim perfectly. Tiger Woods doesn't golf perfectly. Floyd Mayweather doesn't box perfectly. You're gonna get hit in that ring. You're gonna miss some shots. You're gonna lose time on your laps. But it's the consistency of it that allows you the way to overcome the challenges.